Greetings folks, Joseph Kursky here with you. Let's do something inside Spatial Analyst inside of ArcGIS that is really quite powerful, and that is to create a slope map. Now a slope map can be thought of in the traditional sense, as I've got right here, a slope of a landscape, okay, of the terrain of the earth. So give me in degrees or percentage of slope the resulting slope map from this, in this case, a digital elevation model. Think outside the box, though, with me for a moment, that you can make a slope map of any kind of data, right? Let's say you've got pH values that you've got from soil collection stations, okay? And you've collected these soil samples, and you've got a whole bunch of pHs of soils. Well, you can create a slope map showing how pH changes over a land surface. So anyway, think outside the box about that. You can create slope maps for any kind of data. How much did the snowfall vary across a short amount of space or a long distance? And all the other kinds of phenomena. Crime. There's all kinds of slope maps you can make. In this case, I'm going to make a slope map in the traditional way, slope of elevation. Now let's go ahead and go to Windows Search up here. And if I do that, what I'm going to get is the ability to search, and I want to make a slope. Okay, so I can search on slope, and I'm not doing anything with 3D at the moment, so under Spatial Analyst, I'm going to look for slope and find it. So this search capability is wonderful because you don't have to look through a big directory tree of commands any longer. You can go and find it via the search. Okay, so here's my slope dialog box. My input raster is going to be my DEM, my digital elevation model. Notice that my output raster is going to a certain folder. Make life easier on yourself. Go to the Geoprocessing Environments and then Working Folder option to set the folder that you want all of your data, especially when you're working with raster data and you create all kinds of different intermediate layers, or final layers for that matter. But the point is that you don't want to be looking all over your computer looking for data. I was looking for data in all the wrong places. The point is you want to be able to find that data quickly. So go to Geoprocessing Environments and set that before you do any sort of raster processing. I've already done that here, so now I'm going to create my slope map. So here's my slope. I'm going to call it slope 1. Okay? So wonderful. And my output measurement, I'm going to have degrees. I want 90 degrees to be indicating a cliff. Okay, I can also do percent rise, but I want degree. I'm going to leave the z factor alone. Okay, now when I'm done here, it's going to create this slope map. And when I'm done, look how it creates a 9-category slope map. I'm going to go to Properties and go to Symbology, and you can see that it's 9. It's got natural breaks. If I didn't want that, I could say no. What I really want is 5, and maybe and here's my histogram. So I've got a bunch of slopes that are low slopes, but I also have some moderate slopes. This is the Loess Hills of eastern Nebraska and western Iowa, a beautiful part of the world. And I'm going to go to quantile, so I'm going to divide up these things with the same number of observations in every category and apply that. And now I've got a 5-category slope map. But you can change the symbology, of course. But that's a quick way of generating a slope from the original digital elevation model. Let's take a look at this now in more detail. I've got all kinds of interesting things here that I can do. For example, I've got a hillshade here, and if I make my slope just a little bit, let's go ahead and go to Display, the Display tab. And let's make the transparency, I don't know, 50%. So let's go ahead and OK. And now I can see that I've got some slopes there, but I also have that nice shaded relief in the background. There's a lot of neat things that you can do to help you visualize what's happening with your data. For example, the transparency that I've just gone through there. Excellent in the Display tab inside the properties for that particular layer. So this slope map, my resulting slope map, let's take a look at the properties there. It gets stored as a grid, and it's also in the same coordinate space, notably UTM, NAD83, Zone 14N, as my data frame. So very nice, easy to do, powerful, and now I'm ready to go for additional things that I can do with that slope. Thanks.